Do you know where you're from?
What do you mean? Of course, I'm from Atlanta.
No. Do you know who you come from? The 12 patriarchs. You know, the children of Israel. Okay. So, we got Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali.
Oh, yeah. Everybody know who they are.
Or do they? Can I get a roll call? I said, can I get a roll call? Ha! We're gonna do the little thing. Listen, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali. We're learning about the patriarchs. Come on, sis. Tell them. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali. Ha! The patriarchs.
It's a feast day! We tabernacle! Tell me what we gonna do. Get your campfires ready. It's the wilderness.
Click here to make your.
So the past couple of days, a lot of flooding due to this area, due to the heavy rains that we've been seeing.
2024 is the third most active year on record with 900 reported tornadoes.
Up to 20,000 people have died after flooding through eastern Libya.
Coastal regions of Japan on the west coast are under a tsunami warning after a powerful 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck in the west of the country, and there are reports of tsunami waves.
Days are over, taking over. Seals and vouchers open, it's getting colder. Trumpet blowing the tribes back if you ain't noticed. Who gon' find grace up in his eyes? It's not a game. He looked upon the earth, seen every man corrupt the way. We don't build this ark, come get inside, his blood is safe. The wind is blowing, plain Satan, trust up in his name. The righteous got their hands up, they gon' feel his pain. Ain't no posting in the borders, they know they do not belong. He done heard from heaven, cleanse them, get them out of home. Our deliverer is Alpha and Omega on the throne. The most sound strength, y'all, we gon' sing that song. Judgment on his land, they know they done did it wrong. The Israelites is back with their God, they not alone. Angels in the image of the land, just like a drone. We scattered but connected in this field, just like a zone. 10 horns controlling America, word from wrong. They gon' make them desolate, gon' leave them all alone. Y'all done put it in their hearts, fulfill his will. His word will come out, void everything he fulfill.
Are the wars in Israel and Ukraine more than the United States can take on at the same time?
The United States of America, for God's sake.
the most powerful nation in the history, none more in the history of the world.
And the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God has put it into their heart to fulfill his purpose. So to be very clear, as we've talked about the harlot, we've talked about this nation of Babylon, we've said it is a nation that is made up of many languages, religions, races. It is made up of a gluttonous spirit. So it's a harlot because it's a sexually immoral nation. It's a nation made up of the sexual immoralities where pornea reigns, adultery reigns, sex slave industry reigns. This is this nation.
Hayahawa, Hafapalau, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
He's been so good. He's been so good. Yahweh Shai. His prophecy is coming. Oh, each and every day. So don't be scared. Just be prepared. Come and sing the song. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash I'm so glad he chose us. He chose us. His grace.
To oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama, and I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow.
I was made in the image of Yahweh. My spirit Marvin Gaye, heart pump with black power. Way before the days when he tore down the towers. I ain't talking 9/11, Nimrod had the power. That was Shinar. Before that we had the showers. Before Adam got deceived, he said the world was ours. Lost it in a second cause we bite and we devour. Was given all of the earth and we don't even say the water. Gave us Messiah, we don't even say our Father. Who art thou in heaven, so our burdens getting harder. Word to the turbans on our elders with the Taurus, no capping, that's a rap. That how was shy, he died for us. Mamas cried for us, daddies did their best if they survived the whole time. The mice, they lied to us. Synagogue of Shaitan on my body and my mind. My soul for Yahweh, my purpose is aligned. This little light of mine running dim, but it shines. The majors of Shaitan pulling at me, but I climb. You're looking at divine, most merciful and beneficent. The sun, moon, and stars, the creator of the firmament. That's why I stay marching to Zion, it's like a tournament. The rounds getting harder, but I still walk the waters. Euphrates and the Nile, the Mississippi River come to me. I will walk across the currents with a smile. That's faith over trials. I still hear Mary and my grandmother telling me I was special as a child, but I was in denial. The killers and the crack addicts made it hard to smile. She know I would repent but keep my drug dealer style. Several gold chains, you can see them from a mile. I'm wild effervescent. I'm proof you can grow through your trials and your lessons, your curses and your blessings if you seek his acceptance.
I need the I need thee. I need thee.
Ya Baraka, Ya Baraka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Wa Yashamaka, Wa Yashamaka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Ya Yahweh, Ya Yahweh, Hanyawa Al Yak, Hanyawa Al Yak, Wa Yachanka, Wa Yachanka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yasha Yahweh, Yasha Yahweh, Hanyawa Al Yak, Hanyawa Al Yak, Wa Yasham, Wa Yasham, Laka Shalom, Laka Shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yasha Allah, Yasha Allah.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashem, like Yahweh Shai, and the word English calls Yahweh as God. English knows Yahweh Shai as the Christ, right? As Jesus, and Hamashiach is the Christ, man. And who are we? We are the Hebrew Israelites, man, right? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And we come to actually tell you the reason why we got into this situation and to further expound how we get out of this situation, right? So my name is Aria.
Akshman.
For the Tazawan. My name is Cody.
Right, and we in here once again, man, to bid the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans back to the marriage, right? Like Christ was saying, right? So we want to start it off with our precepts. I open the precepts. I want to start off with Deuteronomy 30 and 15. Right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and 15. See, I have set before thee this day, and good life and good, and death and evil.
So, in Deuteronomy, there was always a speaker. The speaker was always Moses, right? The audience was always Israel. And Moses was telling the children of Israel that the Most High today set before us life and good, death and evil. Right? Go ahead, King.
In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live. And
that thou mayest do what?
That thou mayest live.
So he's telling you, like, if you keep the commandments, then that's to live and good, right? That thou mayest live and multiply. And what else, King?
And walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments.
And the Lord thy God.
And multiply, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Keep going.
But if thine heart turn away.
Right, so if you turn away from the commandments, right, which is his instructions that he's telling you, go ahead.
So that thou will not hear.
So that you will not listen to his commandments, right? Go ahead.
But shall be drawn away.
And do what?
And worship other gods.
So if you do opposite of what the commandments tell you, you're worshiping another god, another deity. Go ahead, King.
And serve him.
And serving him. Go ahead.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
No, you're going to live.
You shall surely perish.
And God's telling you that if you leave away from his actual instructions, that you're going to surely perish in what?
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land.
And that's why we don't have a homeland. That's why we kind of spread all over the world. That's why everywhere we go, they call us a proverb and a byword, nigger, wetback, right, savage, which is an Indian. Go ahead, King.
Whether thou possessest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Go ahead.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
So Moses telling that the Israelites, right now, he's calling heaven and earth to record to us this day that what?
That I have set before you life and death.
He said, I did the commandment that the Most High told me to do. I'm telling you that right now, I'm telling you, you can either live or you can die. Go ahead, King.
Blessing and cursing.
You can be blessed or you can be cursed. Go ahead.
Therefore, choose life.
I'm telling you to choose life. Go ahead.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
So that your kid may not get pulled out of a car or a routine traffic stop and get destroyed. Right, but go ahead.
That thou mayest love the Lord thy God.
Because you keep him, then you will love the Lord your God, and what?
And that thou mayest obey his voice.
And if you listen, you're going to obey his voice. Go ahead.
And that thou mayest cleave unto him.
Go ahead.
For he is thy life.
So he is the reason why you live, right? If you're going to live, it's going to be because you listen to him. Go ahead.
And the length of thy days.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
Hey, to give to you, man. So, hey, after that, I yield, man. So, Israel, keep the commandments and live. I yield. Anybody else got an opening precept?
Khan, Shalom, brother. Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Hey, man, first I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorant called Jesus Christ, man. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1, right? It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. And I'm gonna go to 15 to show you what happened when we didn't listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15 it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So I brought that out because look, man, it's gonna be blessings and curses. It's gonna be blessings if you keep the law, and there's curses if you don't keep the law. So anyone that tell you don't have to keep the law is automatically off, right? Because they're telling you to go against God's laws. And I'm gonna bring out this in Matthew 5. I know we got to get in Matthew 5, and I'm gonna go to 17, the classic, right? This is Christ speaking. This is in red letter. Matthew 5 and 17. He said, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. A lot of people stop right there, right? A lot of Christians say, oh, he fulfilled the law. That's not what he's talking about. Let's continue reading. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. We know that all is not fulfilled, right? Verse 19, watch this. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, fringes, that's a least commandment. Beard, that's a least commandment, right? And shall teach men so, the same way the Christian church teach you don't have to keep the laws, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Hey, you're not going to get in that kingdom, man. You're going to be called the least, right? But whosoever shall do and teach them, right? You say do, that's an action word. To do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So yeah, we out here, man, we're teaching our people that we're actually putting out for you that blue and red pill. You're either going to choose life or you're going to choose death. You're either going to keep the commandments or you're not going to keep the commandments. You're going to be put to death in the last days. We teach the law, so they try to say we're like the Pharisees. Let's see what Christ said. Verse 20, for I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna stop right there, but also read Matthew 23 and go to 1. What were they doing? They were teaching it, but they weren't doing it. And I yield with that.
Brother Tazwan, you got an opening precept, King?
Yeah, Khan. This book of Psalms, chapter 41 and verse 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Lord will deliver him in time of trouble. The Lord will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth. And thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. So, the Most High will reserve you for, to live. That's why we all here to this day right now. But tomorrow not promised for none of us. So why not keep keeping the commandments and live? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to quit and, say that I can't do this, I can't endure it anymore, then stop keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advising nobody to do that, but and we all not doing that. We're not gonna stop. So he can reserve you. He may deliver you. He may deliver you to the enemies. Which one you gonna choose, Israel? You know what I'm saying? I yell on that.
Brother Cole, you got an opening precept, King?
Nah, I'm good. Thank you, though.
All praises, man. We're going to get right back into it, man. Hey, do a roll call, man. Hey, Shabbat Shalom to the hearts of Shar, man. Happy Shabbat, man. All praises to the Most High, man. Hey, all praises to the elder, man. On fire for the Most High. Hey, Most High blessed him, man. He got his grandson over there, so all praise to the Most High. Get right into it, man. Hey, Commandment 506, not to slaughter beasts set apart for sacrifices outside of the sanctuary. Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 3. Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 3.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 17 and verse 3. What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox, or lamb, or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out the camp, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people.
Right, so he's letting you know that all sacrifices have to be made at the appointed place at the appointed time. And if you don't do it according to the law of Leviticus, right, then hey, that offering will not be accepted, and that blood will be imputed on you as if you murdered somebody. Right, so anybody else got anything to add to that?
No, I can't bring it out.
Man, so hey, got to go to appointed time and appointed place, man. And the Most High literally gives you direct instructions. Now we know, because we don't have a temple right now, you know, there's no sacrifices being done. You know, so with that being said, you know, you don't have to worry about giving the sacrifice at the wrong place at the wrong time. The only thing that the Messiah told us we don't do now is the sacrifice is actually our prayers, right? Right, and let's bring that out. That's Revelations, right? Let me see, it's Revelations. Let me get it out real quick because it's important, man. It's Revelations 8 and verse 3.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense.
Right, because in the temple, actually, you got to always, it's commanded that you always got to have incense going every day. Go ahead.
That he should offer it with the prayers of all saints.
Right, the prayer of all saints. Go ahead.
Upon the altar.
No, upon the golden altar.
Upon the golden altar.
So it's literally letting you know that they're putting the prayers upon the golden altar, right? Because you got to have an altar to sacrifice. Go ahead.
Which was before the throne.
Go ahead.
And the smoke of the incense,
right,
which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before Yahweh out of the angel's hand.
Right, and it's the point right here, verse 5.
And the angels took the censer,
right,
and filled it with fire of the altar.
Right, because you can't sacrifice without fire, right? So you got to have the prayers as a sacrifice. You got to have fire to burn it. Go ahead.
And cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thundering and lightning and earthquake.
Right, because that was what the prayers were, man. So literally nowadays, until we get a temple, right, the actual sacrifices are the prayers, right? Those are the spiritual sacrifices that we're throwing up, right? So commandment number 507, not to eat flesh of a sacrifice that has been left over beyond the time appointed for its consumption. Leviticus 19 and 8.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 8. Therefore, everyone that eateth it shall bear his iniquity, because he hath profaned the whole hallowed thing of the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Because, and this is going into the actual Passover, right? But we know that any sacrifice that is eaten past the time that it was appointed, it's an abomination to the Lord, because he gives us an appointed time and an appointed place that we're supposed to do all of his work or his bidding. And if we don't, there's no do-over. There's no, well, you know, I kind of missed yesterday. I'm going to do it today and then do it, you know. No, it's not what you want. That's why he called it a commandment, which means that it is an optional. You don't have a choice in the matter. You can't kind of make it up as you go. It's kind of what the Most High tell you to do. That's what you have to do. Right. So anybody got anything else to add to that?
No, you good, brother.
Right. So Commandment number 508, not to sanctify blemished cattle for sacrifice on the altar. This text prohibits such beasts being set apart for sacrifices on the altar. Leviticus 20 and 21. This commandment 509, 510, 511, 512, right? And 513. 509, that every animal offered up shall be without blemish. 510, not to inflict a blemish on cattle set apart for sacrifice. 511, not to slaughter blemished cattle at sacrifices. 512, not to burn the limbs of the blemished sacrifice, the blemished cattle upon the altar. And 513, not to sprinkle the blood of the blemished cattle upon the altar. And that's Leviticus chapter 22, verse 20 through 24.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and 22.
22, verse 20 through 24.
Ye shall therefore keep.
No, Leviticus 22, 20 through 24.
Okay.
No.
20. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 22 and verse 24. Ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised.
20.
And I jumped to verse 20. And it reads,
verse 20.
But whatsoever have a blemish, that shall ye not offer.
So the Most High said, anything that's blemished or isn't perfect, you shall not offer. Go ahead.
For it shall not be acceptable for you.
Right, and that's also going into your prayers, right? Because this is, your prayers is your offering now. So you can't even go in. You got to kind of think what you're going to pray, man. Right, go ahead.
And whosoever offered a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord to accomplish his vow, or a free will offering in beeves or sheep, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish therein, blind or broken, or maimed, or having a wing, or scurvy, or scab. Ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire unto them upon the altar unto the Lord. Either a bullock or a lamb that had anything superfluous or lacking in his part.
To me, like, one testicle or something of that nature, right? Go ahead.
That mayest thou offer for a free will offering, but for a vow it shall not be accepted.
Right, go ahead.
Ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut. Neither shall ye make any offering thereof in your land.
So these are unacceptable offerings, right? Like I said, the offering now is your prayers, right? So give me the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 23, right? Because I'm going to always prove everything that I'm saying, right? And the scriptures prove all things.
Book of Sirach, chapter 22.
18, verse 23.
18 and verse 23. Before thou prayest,
before you pray, go ahead.
Prepare thyself.
Prepare yourself, right? Get the proper things you're going to say. Don't go into the Most High stumbling your words, right? Because you got to be prepared to ask the Most High what you're going to ask him. What?
And be not as one that tempted the Lord.
So you got to prepare, man. Right? Just like before you bring your offering, you can't kind of just, I pick you. No, you need to go over your stock. Make sure it's the best one out of your whole stock. Not just kind of picking the second best or the third best. You're giving it to the Most High, man. So it goes the same way with your prayer. Before you pray, you shouldn't just jump up and, Most High, amen. Like, no, kind of think about what you're going to say, because you're coming to a very complex man, and when you're coming before the most complex man of all time, you kind of got to have yourself put together, man. Can't kind of come to the Most High raggedy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of words everywhere. Kind of come to the Most High, kind of as you is. Come as you are, like the Christian church say, Ashaya. This ain't the Christian church, man. Tell them, Ashaya, this ain't the Christian church, man.
That's right. This ain't that Christian insanity thing, man. Hey, you better get yourself right. And that was powerful that you brought that out with that saying, brother. Hey, man, you gotta when you pray, man, you have to, you have to really kind of meditate, man, on what you're praying about. I know sometimes before I sit down and pray, or while I'm kneel down to pray, I kind of get my mind right first. You know what I mean? I would tell my rib, like, yo, really, like, get your mind right real quick and let's go into prayer, man. You can't just go in on some empty prayer. Yeah, you got to be prepared for that thing. That's right, King. I like that you brought that out. All praise it.
Hey, well, because I just wanted to let everybody know that right now, since we don't have a temple, we can't sacrifice. So, the sacrifices are the prayers. So I just wanted to, continue to back that up to let them know, like, hey, these sacrifices now are your prayers. So you got to make sure you're giving the Most High a righteous sacrifice.
That's right. Go ahead, King.
So I just wanted to expound on that, right? And actually read verse 25 with that, not to offer blemish piece. 24 and 25.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 24 and verse
22 and 25.
22 and 25.
Sorry, so
22 and 25. And it reads, neither from a stranger's hand shall ye offer the bread of your God, of any of these.
Right, and it's Goyim, man, right? Goyim means another nation, right? You shall not from a stranger hand offer the bread of your God of any of these, because what?
Because of their corruption is in them.
So the Most High looks at all the other nations as corrupt, right? This is another precept that's showing you that the Most High really not really dealing with these other nations. Go ahead.
And blemishes be in them.
Right.
They shall not be accepted for you.
Right. So the Most High telling you that all these other nations, they're hey, look, we know, right? Because I was watching our brothers IUIC this morning, and and our people always want to say, well, Timothy, he's a good guy. He's not such a bad Edomite, Hoshiah. Tazwan, Timothy from the sandbox, he's not such a bad Edomite. Brother Cody, Timothy from way back when you was in elementary ain't such a bad guy. Right? And what do you think about that, Tazwan?
It's crazy because, for some reason, like yesterday, I was thinking about my 6th grade teacher, and he was an Edomite. And I'm like, nah, they all evil, man. Like, all of them. No matter what you think, how good they are to you, how much good things they may do, for you throughout your life, they still evil, bro. He made them to be evil, bro. That's it.
And watch, and let's reread that. Go ahead, Shai. Go ahead, Shai.
Well, isn't it evil, King, to be on a land that your forefathers murdered, raped, and destroyed a people, and you walk this land and tell the same people that you murdered and destroy that they gotta be they're aliens of their own land, that they are here unrighteously, unlawfully, but yet they came to the land and stole the land, your land, the land that the people that they kicking, brother, and they all live in this life. They all love in this because guess what? It was all for them. You know what I mean? They able to walk on this land, to live on this land unrighteously, brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they all wicked unless they pick up. The only way they can show that they serious is to pick up and go back to the mountains. That's it, man. But that's it. I yield, King. Bring it out, King.
Hey, that's crazy that you said that, right? Because I'm just gonna bring something up real quick, man.
And when you done, King, I want to bring out a precept on that, on those how you can't just offer anything to the Lord. Our people was doing that, but go ahead, King.
Hey, I just want to real quick, right? So I looked up, right, army bases in America, man. In the world, actually. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up a good one because this thing is.
You had Esau last night cleaving onto us, man. Talking about he gonna die for us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, it sounds good now. You can easily say that now, but when that time comes, you will fall. Promise you that.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get this thing right, man. And that's crazy, man.
Hey, the most I might put the spirit in him to die for us, but really to protect us. You know what I mean? So even when Esau do a good thing, it's just the most high putting the spirit in him to do something for his people. That's it. It ain't nothing to do with him.
Right. Because I said, if you were sorry, right, you bow down and bow down to your knees. He like, nah, I'll wait till Christ get here to do that.
Yeah, exactly. See?
See?
There you go.
And it's the prideness in them, bro. That's why I'm saying they all evil, bro. All of them, bro. Every last one. You can't fool us, bro.
Nah, we don't fall for that trick no more. All praise it. Not us anyway. Not as Israelites.
Can y'all see this?
Con, I see it, King.
Right? It says the United States has around 750 military bases in at least 80 countries. Right? Amen.
Hey, brother, that's 750 in 80 countries. Only 80 countries, but they got 750 military bases.
Hey, however, some sources say the number could be higher because not all data is published by the Pentagon.
There you go.
There you go. So I just wanted to bring that out because, like, it goes back to what you were saying when you were talking about, like, how they're kicking people out of this country, but yet you're saying, well, because this is not their country, they're here illegally. Well, last time I checked, I don't remember them ever coming over here legally. Last time I checked, I remember them kind of coming over by force.
That's right, and it's so funny you said that today. I was just watching something in Ham's land, you know what I mean, in Africa, South Africa, right? Hey, the South Africa president said, hey, look, man, y'all not coming over here dictating what go on in South Africa. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all stay in your area. You got stuff in your own land to worry about. Y'all trying to dictate. They said that Trump never been, you never even been to South Africa. And you trying to dictate how we supposed to run our country, right? And they was talking about how, what was saying, I think they was talking about how, you know how Esau try to make it seem like he coming as a superhero, but really he trying to bring wickedness to the country.
Hey, look,
They're trying to dictate it, just like in I forgot what part of Africa that was when Ghana maybe they was trying to bring you know, the LGBTQT LG72. They say no, man, you're not doing that. We're not dealing with that here. You come with that stuff, you're going to jail. Period.
And look, this is one thing I love, and I know we gotta get back, right? But it's like, you know, how is it that you build up all these places, right? But you drop a bomb in Japan and then say, oh, well, we built you guys back up, but if you'd have never dropped the bomb, you wouldn't have had to never build back up.
Right.
So I mean, it's catch-22, man. You gotta watch that devil, man.
Gotta bring out one more thing with that thing with I know we gotta get back in. Hey, Akshamar, could you one and start at 7 for me, King?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter what?
1.
Chapter 1, verse 7. And let's get into what our people did, man. You know how the Most High told us we had to sacrifice animals with no blemishes, right? Let's see what our people started doing. Go ahead, King.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 7. Ye offer polluted bread upon my altar. Ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? And that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil?
Hey, didn't we just read that it can offer the blind any type of blemish?
Yeah.
Right?
Any maimed,
maimed or nothing, right? Go ahead, Art. He said, "Is not that is it not evil? Absolutely, it's evil, man. That's against the law." Go ahead, King.
And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Why will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Saith the Lord of hosts.
Keep going.
And now I pray you beseech Yahweh that he will be gracious unto thee. This have been by your means. Will he regard your persons? Saith the Lord of hosts. Who is there even among you that would shut the doors not? Neither do ye kindle fire on my altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you.
He said, I have no pleasure in you, right?
no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand.
You see that? And man, look, you can't go to the Most High with any kind of sacrifice. You got to come correct, man. Yeah, the Most High require a sacrifice, or like the brother brought a prayer, man. You can't come to the Most High with no wicked prayer, man. You got to come with, you got to get your mind right and come to the Most High when you offer your prayers or anything to the Lord, yourself, your body, man. You know, but I'll yield with that, man, so we can continue.
Right, absolutely, right? So this commandment number 514. No, Saki. It's commandment number 515, that the sacrifice of cattle can only take place when they are at least 8 days old. Leviticus 22 and 27.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 22 and 27. And it reads, when a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days under the dam. And the 8th day, and thenceforth it shall be accepted for an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Unto the Lord, right? So, hey, you got to kind of wait for it to be 8 days, man. The Most High said, at least let it, be able to be nursed. The mom can actually feel her pup, her baby and everything, because it's kind of off to take her baby away like that. Because little do you know, like I work in a laboratory field, and the mom's actually going to postpartum as well. So the Most High is really,
That's why, yup,
so the Most High compassionate, man. Right? So commandment 516, not to leave any flesh of the Thanksgiving offering until the morning. Leviticus 22 and 30.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 22 and 30. On the same day it shall be eaten up. Ye shall leave none of it until the morrow.
Right?
I am the Lord.
I am the Lord, man.
Therefore shall ye keep.
That's it. Right? Hey. And that's hey. And that's the reason why too, I ain't gonna bring it out, I was gonna bring it up, but that's why Christ, because it says your body can't hang overnight, but also he was a Thanksgiving offering to the Lord. So that's another reason too why his body couldn't be up all night. Right? So 517, to offer up the meal offering of the Omer on the morrow after the first day of Passover, together with one lamb. Leviticus 23 and 10 through 13. 518, not to eat bread made of new grain before the omer of barley has been offered up by the second day of Passover. Leviticus 23 and 14. 519, not to eat roasted grain of the new produce before the time. 520, not to eat fresh ears of the new grain before that time. And 521, to bring a waved loaves of bread together with the sacrifices, which are then offered up in connection with the loaves. And this Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 through 20.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord, to be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath. The priest shall wave it, and it shall offer it that day when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be as 2 lint deals of fine flour, mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, for a sweet Savior. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye ought the sheep of the wave offering.
So brought the sheep of the wave offering. Go ahead.
7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days.
So it'd be 7 Sabbaths and then 1 day, right? Because 49, 7 would be 49, then 1 day. Go ahead.
And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 ram, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet Savior unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priests. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest, though thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
And the gleanings would be the stuff that fall on the ground, and the corners would be the things on the corner. So kind of lead them up for the poor, right? Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be an atonement.
And that's it. Right? So, hey, he letting you know that, hey, we got to have 7 Sabbaths. We got to make sure that, we look out for the poor, and we got to have the proper things done on this appointed feast day, man. Right? So, commandment number 521. No, 522. Like to offer an additional sacrifice on Passover. Leviticus 23 and 36.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and 36, and it reads, 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts.
That's it, right? So, hey, letting you know that it's 7 days. You gotta have this feast, man. The 8th day is a holy convocation, which is a holy gathering, right? You can do no work. So commandment number 523, that one who vows the Lord the monetary value of a person shall pay the amount appointed in the scriptural portion. Leviticus 27, verse 2 through 8.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, verse 2 through 8. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when a man shall make a singular vow, the person shall be for the Lord by thy estimation, and thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old. Even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And if it be a female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be from 5 years old and unto 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. And if it be from a month old, even unto 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver. And for the female, thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And if it be from 60 years old and above, and if it be a male, then shall thy estimation shall be 15 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than thy estimation, then he shall present himself before the priest, and the priest shall value him according to his ability. That vow shall the priest value him.
Hey, the vow shall the priest value him, man. So, hey, if you vow that vow of your servant, then you got to pay that estimation, man, that amount. Right. So we're gonna get a couple more commandments, and we'll let y'all get to y'all Sabbath. Commandment number 524 and 525. 524, if a beast is exchanged for one that have been set apart as an offering, both become sacred. And 525, not to exchange a beast set aside for sacrifice. Leviticus 27 and 10.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. And if it be a beast whereof men bring an offering unto the Lord, all that any man giveth of such unto the Lord shall be holy.
So it should be set aside. Go ahead.
He shall not alter it.
So you can't switch it out, right? You can't be like, oh, well, that's kind of one of my best oxen. It's kind of one of my best goats. No, you got to give what you vow. Go ahead.
He shall not alter it, nor change it. A good for a bad.
Trying to flip out a good one for a bad one or what?
Or a bad for a good.
So you gave a bad one, now you're trying to flip it out for a good one. Go ahead.
And if he shall at all change beast for beast, then it and the exchange thereof shall be holy.
So even if you thought that you wanted to change a beast for a beast, now both of them beasts are the Most High's. Not the one that you exchanged. I mean, not the one that you vowed. Right? So commandment number 526, 527, that one who vows the Lord the monetary value of an unclean beast shall pay its value. And the one, 527, that one who vows the vow of his house shall be paid according to the appraisal of the priest. Leviticus 27, 11 and through 13.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, 11 through 13. And if it be any unclean beast of which they do not offer a sacrifice unto the Lord, then he shall present the beast before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad. As thou values it, who art the priest, so shall it be. But if he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part thereof unto thy estimation.
Go ahead.
And when a man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad. As the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand.
Go ahead.
And if he that sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of the estimation unto it, and it shall be his.
It shall be his, man. So, hey, that's the sanctification, man. So, commandment number 528, right? That one who sanctifies to the Lord a portion of his field shall pay according to the estimation appointed in the scriptural portion. Leviticus 27:16-24.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, verse 16 through 24. And it reads, If a man shall sanctify unto the Lord some part of a field of his possession, then thy estimation shall be according to the seed thereof. An homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to thy estimation, it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field at the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon unto him the money according to the years that remain, even unto the year of the Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation.
Mm-hmm.
And if he that sanctified the field will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be assured to him.
And what is this? This is literally like similar to like a property tax. So this is kind of like putting a value on your farmland righteously, though. Right? But keep going though.
And if he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed any more.
But what?
But the field, when it goeth out in the Jubilee, shall be holy unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
As a field devoted.
Because he Most High is blessing it, right? He's sanctifying that field. Go ahead.
The possession thereof shall be the priest's.
Right.
And if a man sanctify unto the Lord a field which he hath brought, which is not of the fields of his possession,
right,
then the priest shall reckon unto him the worth of thy estimation,
right,
even unto the year of Jubilee,
right,
and he shall give thine estimation in that day as a holy thing unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
And that the year of Jubilee, the field shall return unto him of whom it was bought.
So the day of Jubilee is when we actually release any debt to our brothers, right? So if, let's just say your brother owed you $100 and it had been 4 years, 3 years, whatever, and he hadn't paid you, and the year of Jubilee, you release it, which means it's kind of like what they do in tax and when you owe anything as far as like credit card debt or whatever, after 7 years, it's supposed to let it go. But what they do in wicked Babylon is they'll sell it to another creditor, and then he carries on 7 more years and add interest to it. But technically, it's supposed to be wiped clean after 7 years, right? Go ahead.
In the year of the Jubilee, the field shall return unto him of whom it was bought, even to him to whom the possession of the land did belong.
Yeah, belong, man. Right? So, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, that concludes our Torah portion for this week. And we're going to get our closing precepts. And we're going to give y'all Shabbat back, man. So, give me the book of Joshua, chapter 1, Start at verse 6.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. And it reads, Be strong and of a good courage. For unto this people thou shalt divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them.
Go ahead.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
And the Most High said, be strong and very courageous. What?
That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee.
Because you got to be a courageous man to walk around with fringes on. You got to be courageous to go out there and in front of the beast and tell the beast that he the devil that the Bible speaks of, and then knowing that you can run into anybody that you may know at work or something. Hey, you got to be courageous to do that. Go ahead, King.
Which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
Go ahead.
This is the book of the law. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Go ahead.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Go ahead.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
So then you will make your way prosperous. And what else?
And then thou shalt have good success.
And then you will have good success, because everybody wants to be have great success. Everybody wants to be, do right by the Most High. But this is how you do right by Him to have the good success. Let's keep the commandments, man, and I yield. Anybody else got their closing precept?
Yeah, God. Hey, Shamar, pull Acts 15 and 21 and get it in the CMV for me. The CEV, Salakia. And I want to show you something like, how the brother said, we going to get back, let everybody, hey, look, the reason why we read this on a Sabbath, this is going to go into that.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 15, verse 21.
Start at 20, King. I want to show you that even in Acts, they kept the laws of Moses, so-called laws of Moses, right? It's the laws of the Most High God that was given to Moses. But go ahead, King.
Was it 15:24?
No, I start at 20, King. 15 and 20, and read down to 20.
Acts chapter 15 and verse 20. And it reads, we should simply write and tell them not to eat anything that has been offered to idols. They should be told not to eat the meat of any animal that has been strangled or that still has blood in it. They must also not commit any terrible sexual sins. We must remember that the law of Moses has been preached in city after city for many years. Every Sabbath, it is read in our synagogues.
Right, so that's why we're supposed to read the laws of Moses every Sabbath, like we did before. Salaki, King, city to city. That's it, King. That's all I want.
Mighty precept, King. That's all we got a closing precept, King.
Yeah, somebody give me Sirach chapter 4, verse 28, real quick.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28, and it reads, Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
So, if you're not striving for the laws until death, the Lord not fighting for you. He hear not the sinners. He hate all abominations. And that's it. That's plain upon table. I really don't know how the way to break that down. I really don't. You know what I mean? Being this thing for over 3 years now, and I see us fighting for him, but he said, "Rise up. Who's gonna rise up against me, against the evildoers? Somebody got to do it." You know what I'm saying? So, as long as we keep doing this, keep teaching the laws, that's us fighting for the Lord. And I
All Shema, you got a closing precept, King?
This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 15. Chapter 14 and 15. I'll start at 14 or 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do. If you love me, keep my commandments. That's how beautiful that the portion that we share with our makers, and it's very important that we abide in His name and in His word and keep the commandments, because there ain't no greater gift these other guys can give to us. There just ain't none. Than the one true Heavenly Father, our Lord. I close on that.
Brother Cody, you got a couple precept, King?
No, I don't. Thank you, King.
All right, Shalom, King. What'd you say, Elder?
Hey, man, I got to just bring this out because a lot of our people don't know about this. I mean, people that might not be listening and, might not know the scriptures too well. Hey, Ox, pull Sirach 12 and 6. I want to show you how serious it is to keep God's commandments, right? Because he said, if you love me, you keep my commandments, right? Those that abide in my love, keep my commandments, right? If you abide in the Most High God's love, you keep his commandments. But guess what happened when you don't keep God's commandments, which the world teach you not to keep God's commandments. Read that, King.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners, and will pay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
You see
Give
that?
unto the good, and help not the sinner.
That's it. And go to let's go to the, just in case they say, oh, that's an apocrypha. Let's go to Psalms 5 and 5.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 5 and verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
All right. For those that think God is all love, hey, guess what? You don't keep his commandments, you're hated by the Most High God. If you don't keep the commandments, you're an enemy to the Most High God. If you don't keep the commandments, guess what? You hate the Most High God. You broke the greatest commandment, to love the Most High God with all your heart. You cannot keep the two greatest commandments if you don't keep the commandments. That means you don't love God and you don't love your neighbor. Period.
I have to bring this one out. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So I just want to bring that up. A lot of people just don't know what sin is.
There you go.
Well, God hates sin, or God hates people that do wrong. Know what is sin. So I just had to bring it up.
And that's another thing. That's why I brought out that Acts 15 and I started up a little because hey, that's not in the so-called 10 commandments that are about eating blood, animals with blood, their blood and all that stuff. That's in the book of the law.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you go to the KJV, it says they read the book of Moses or the laws of Moses or something like that. I forgot how it went. The ways of Moses or something like that in the KJV. Right? And that's the law. But that's it. I yield.
Right? Absolutely. So that being said, man, all praise and glory to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, happy Shabbat Shalom, man. Hey, and as Brother Tazawam say,
Hey, push the damn button.
hey, all praise to the Most High. Y'all have a blessed Shabbat. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Kwame Ashala.